Bungles Caravan Park. Maple Downs.
Turn off's just up over that hill.
Oh, there's our chopper for tomorrow. Nice. Love it when they have the blue trees everywhere. There's not a whole lot of people in here, is there?
No.
Oh, we got a pink tree with blue shoes. Okay.
We camped in there last time.
I can't remember this caravan park, I think.
We camped in here. I think we're on one of the powered sites. And then remember down the back, that's where Luke and Yvonne were. There's like a bush camp down the back.
Come back to me, I assume.
Good morning, guys.
G'day, guys.
Welcome back to another episode. This time we are in the Bungle Bungles. So we left Lake Argyle last time, and yeah, went through Kununurra, did some shopping, and we've headed out to the Bungle Bungles. So we're at the Bungle Bungles Caravan Park for a couple of nights, and we're going to go explore the Bungle Bungle, or the the Purnululu National Park. But this time we're going to do it by chopper. So we'll take you along, show you what we see from the air, and show you a bit around the caravan park. They are shutting the park down next week. Their bookings for the season are a bit down, and the costs of fuel apparently is making it hard for them to operate. So they're shutting it down due to the financial stress on the business, which is unfortunate.
Running again next season, though.
Yeah, so, but we'll take you around the park in the chopper, at least, and show you what it's about. We did a walk-in a few years back with the boys, 9 years ago, so we might chuck some of that footage over the top as well.
Yep.
As we go along. But yeah, it's a very prehistoric sort of a place. It's well known for the honeycomb rock features and the Cathedral Gorge. But yeah, that's the park map.
Yeah, so this is the walk we did last year into Cathedral Gorge. I think we went right up to here.
Yep.
And then back out again. So it's a big day. It's 3 hours drive from the actual caravan park. So it's like you're better off getting up really early and getting there early and getting it done.
Yeah.
So you got to think it's 6 hours just in driving for the day, and then you got to add your walk onto that. So yeah, best plan. But yeah, of course, if you're going to fly,
makes it a bit easier.
that's half an hour.
So yeah, there's no vans allowed in the park either. That's why we're camped at the Bungle Bungle Caravan Park, which is just off the Great Northern Highway. And then yeah, you can drive in or fly in from there. But anyway, we'll stop gibbering away and we'll take you in and show you around. Nah.
This is what the doors look like in closed position. To open it up, you simply flick up and forward of the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Diagram here if you need help as well. Now, for you guys, these are just emergency use doors. For today's flight, I'll open them, I'll close them, no responsibilities. Just a little quick reminder with these vents, if it does get a little warm in there, we can open one of these up. Make sure nothing goes closer outside of these, as we have the Tarota there, which would be a pretty bad day if it got hit.
No, thanks.
Actually works best when it's resting on that little nut there anyway. Looking closer now, because it's probably almost perfect temp, I think. Alrighty, who's hopping at the front?
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
Sorry, me. It doesn't matter weight-wise?
No, shouldn't do.
You've got that, you got the front.
Alright, so you got a grab handle just on the inside of the frame there. Bungles.
Sure.
That door open. Alright, you got a grab handle here, come on.
Say cheese.
Hi.
2 days break away, forget our fear of what comes after. Hold on for better days, let our past begin to shatter. Days like these, we can see the way to live out a new chapter.
Right near the Purnululu National Park is surrounded by 4 major campsites on Kimberley. We are currently tracking over Maple Sound Station, which is owned by a fellow called Twiggy Forest. That's every cell. Twiggy Forest also owns that nickel mine out there to the left, and he calls that one the Savannah nickel mine. Now, well down is about 264,000 hectares clean, and it can hold up to 100,000 in We do also have the Texas Sound Station out to our left, the Melbourne Sound to the right, and Springvale out to the other. Just out to the right here as well is the Ord River, and once we get a little further up we get what we call the Black Point of the Ord River. Still has a little bit of water in it at the moment, that is where we had a look at the lake end, the west end of here. But if it starts drying out in about a month, it'll be just about bone dry, and only holding this little. But during the dry season, it can be get used as a off way for the cattle that need to and from different sections of the way down.
Times like these, come and go, so let this feeling grow.
Right, folks, so we're sort of out down by the southern end of the range. If we track north, you'll see the western wall, and the local indigenous, I think you're down in the Darrow tribe, they call the western wall Galwera, which has been the not big scale. Down there, one can live. You might notice all of these palm trees scattered across the Bungles range here. They're called the Stoner palm trees. They can grow about 20 metres tall sideways, and left the faces into their short face roots.
Times like these, come and go, so let this feeling grow. Finally see what we've always known, so let feeling grow. Times like these.
Coming up next is the Piccadilly Gorge, and it's my personal favourite. It's the Hopping. It's the longest and the deepest gorge in the national park. It's made up of 5 smaller gorges that we call them 5 fingers of Piccadilly. Now, on this first section that we can see below at the moment is from the Piccadilly Depression, which was actually a meteorite strike that happened many million years they go through the usual stages. It usually is green, and it's not just because meteorite has hit it, that it has no green on it. It's also wildfire and stuff, but some dry state. Now these are the beehive domes of the show. That's why a lot of people become great. They do. Now their scientific name is cone cast structures.
A company helicopter charging 3 kilos for each about 800
They just use the bungles and cone cast structures. Just the bungles. All cone cast structures in any way else. On them. Yeah, super special. These black and orange striped beams at the rock there, see? And similar to the rest of the range, it's orange layers with a very high iron content, oxide coating of rust. What is really cool is layers of black coating, layers of bacteria, cyanobacteria, things up to 15 tons. And Bungles range itself is about 360 million years old, and these beehive domes have only really been around for the last 20. And the beehive domes have been created by sandstone and deposits, and across the 20 million years, the high winds of the Central Desert, close out to our left, have been knocking on the door all year round, which kick up all the sand and dust, essentially sandblasting. It's rained down during the wet season, and we caught with water which is on top, trickle down, create that sort of event that we say we have today. Now, as the vibrant colours, they are just a really thin outer coating. If you got down there and started rubbing on the domes, you would actually push through the colouring and get white sandstone powder. It would then take probably about another 100 years for that colouring to return onto that dome.
Alrighty, what do you reckon of that?
How good was that?
Pretty
So
cool.
good.
Echo, our pilot, was very knowledgeable, and yeah, it was awesome to see it from the air. Definitely something to do if you get a chance, because we've done the walk in, but
Yeah.
something different looking from the air.
We did put our little microphone in a headpiece. We haven't checked it yet, but we're really hoping we got all of this commentary as we were flying.
Yep.
So, yeah,
So
good.
back to camp for a beer now.
Yeah, see you time. Oh, you want to go in front? Off you go. Before you die.
I wonder if this is
We just went straight down there.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I wonder if there's crocodiles down there.
Well, it's shallow as. We did look though on our way down this morning. We had a look and we're like, ooh. But no, it's really shallow. You can see for ages.
Still kind of exploring, isn't it?
It's funny and muddy, eh?
I'm going down the wombat holes.
Yeah, now when we got back, just about home, Craig's like, oh, I probably wouldn't let him go down there one more time.
Oh yeah, they kill dogs. Oh fuck,
Yeah, hang on. Okay, oh, there you go.
How pretty is this? What do you reckon, Freckle? What an adventure, mate. Hey?
Oh.
Yeah, just going over the Fitzroy River.
This is the bridge they had to rebuild due to the floods last year, the year before I think it was. It was closed off for a while.
Okay, yep.
So yeah.
No crocodiles, I didn't see any anyway.
There'd be definitely crocodiles in there.
There would be
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, we're heading for Broome. So we've left the Bungle Bungles caravan park this morning, and they're making their way to Broome. So we'll probably end this episode here, and we'll catch us in the next one and show us around Broome.
See you guys, thanks for watching.